Welcome to the Mercy House Show, where we discuss what is happening in Kensington and at the Mother of Mercy House, as we reach out to the addicts on the street, the residents who need help, and the youth of the neighborhood. Well, welcome to another show. It's so good to be with you guys. And Jen, welcome to the show for the very first time.
Hello. Jen. Thanks for having me.
I know it's a different world to be here, but you've become such an important part of the team in such a short period of time. In fact, Diane, the one day when you were gone and she was here, I said to her, "You're like a little Diane, like a younger Diane." And
I would say the same thing.
yeah.
Amazing, shocking. I just said to you, I can't imagine if I hired the wrong person.
What you would have done.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, she could take over. It's ridiculous. If I'm gone, I'm not one bit nervous.
Amen. Yeah. And I think that's a big part of an organization like this is like the culture of the team, and you need people who can be a part of the team. And Jen, you're a rock star, and you fit in, and it's just incredible to watch.
Thank you, guys.
We have a lot going on, and Jen just moves, and I mean moves. So it's very easy.
Yeah, to be here, it's like you have to be a get it done kind of person, and you also have to be full of love while you're getting it done, and that's a rare person.
Yeah, we love our team.
Yes.
It's a small but mighty, and we do love each other, which is amazing.
Yeah. So Jen, tell us, what drew you to being here? Tell us your story. How did you even end up in this position at Mother of Mercy House?
Absolutely. So it was just more of like a broader job search almost that it started out as. But once I started to know Mother of Mercy House and learn more about what we do here, what Diane did here long before me, really made me love the organization and love the team. And Rainey's here all the time. Jonathan was here when I got hired as well. And, they all made me really love what is inside the walls here. And I actually, before I was hired, Diane famously remembers that I had asked to shadow for a day. And Diane is extremely busy, and she admits to this day that she didn't absolutely love that request, but she realized how essential it was to finding the right person and how I needed to feel comfortable in the place that I was. So that really helped me learn the kids and what type of kids we're serving in the community here, and that really made me feel comfortable and happy and excited and just ready to dive in.
Tell us, like, what do you do here? What's your day-to-day life here?
My day-to-day life is a lot of just managing everyone, all of the programs, making sure everyone knows how they can help out, because a lot of people come and just want to help out, but they don't know how to. We've been doing our after-school program so far since I've joined, and that has really shown me that this is a safe space, and we have created that, and we've had a lot of fun with what they've been able to do here.
Yes, that's a big part of your job. I think a lot of people think of Mother of Mercy House, and maybe because of the movie that it's just work with addicts, but that really is 1/3 of what's done. It's really families in the neighborhood, and then a real focus on just children in the neighborhood. What's it like to work with these children? Because that's a big part of your job specifically here.
It's really fun. It's really, really fun. They come with so much energy, sometimes too much, but it's never not fun. They always have something fun to share. Sometimes they have some sad things to share, and we all are able to talk through it and learn through it, but they really show their emotional maturity in a lot of ways that I didn't expect 8-year-olds to have.
And let me just tell you about Jen's way of running after school, because I ran after school for years, and I run it like a mom, a pretty strict mom, but fun. I mean, we had a great time. But everyone's doing a project, and everyone's picking up after themselves. And Right now, we're setting up where we usually have after school is in the lower level with all tables. And right now, we're setting up for Christmas down there, our Christmas bazaar. So we have it up here in the main space. And Jen needed help yesterday, so I came down. And when I say it looked like, I don't know, like a Christmas blew up, that's how I saw it. And there was glitter everywhere and paint. I was like, oh my gosh, no way. Like, this is a disaster. And really it wasn't, but to me it was. And I thought, you know what, keep your cool, just let it be. And I did. I didn't say anything. I let it go. And the kids were having a blast. And I thought, you know what, this is Jen's way, and so be it. Right? And I didn't say one word. I just got right into painting and I let it go. And I thought, you know, she's young and fun, and I'm kind of aging out, and they're having fun with her. And that's what we did. And it was great. It was great, Jen's way.
But see, that's what makes you a good leader here. And that's what makes just good leaders in general, is the ability to bring in people into your team and let them use their gifts and to serve in their way, and then to find a way to use their gifts that in a way that complements everybody else's. So many times people in positions like yours say, well, here's the way we do it here, here's the way that I do it, you need to imitate me. And you really, even with the work I do here, you give the freedom for us to serve the way that God's made us able to serve. And then we give you the best gift, and then it's your job to kind of see how all those things fit, and they do, because I think you've hired the people that God wants you to hire. I really believe that.
I absolutely agree with what Dan said. Like, the leadership here, we've talked about it many times. It has changed my life, and
Thank you. Thank you.
and the way that you lead is something to strive for
Oh
everyone.
my gosh, thanks, Jen.
Yeah.
That's so sweet.
So Jen, tell me, you were looking for a job. I mean, what's your background? What were the options you were considering? Was it like Walmart or Mother of Mercy House, or what were you thinking?
Great question. No, I was really focused on being in a nonprofit space. My background before this was working in corporate medical management, and I liked it a lot. It was very interesting. It was very exciting. But I was ready to really be a nonprofit. That's what I went to school for. That's what I wanted to do before I went to school. When I was in high school, I always had dreams of being in the nonprofit space. So I was really searching and honed in on the Philadelphia nonprofit space, and more specifically dealing with children and the drug and opioid problem that is in Philadelphia, because that's what matters to me in this moment of my life.
So that sounds to me like this is a calling, and the previous position was a job as you waited for your call.
Absolutely. That's how I feel, at least.
I think this has to be a calling.
Yeah.
This could never be a
here.
job. Yeah.
Yeah,
And it's different every day.
it is. It's different.
It's exhausting.
It is. We
annoying.
talked this morning
Yeah.
about how
Jen-
tired we were.
Jen went to say something, and like you just stood there, and I'm like, "Are you okay?" And she said, "I'm exhausted." And like I couldn't help her because I'm like, "We got to go."
But we drank our coffee and
Yeah.
we're here and we're
We're happy. We're okay.
You know, one of the people who came in to receive food today, she was wearing a sweatshirt that said, "Pray, wait, trust." And I thought that was just really profound for me to hear today, because some of the bumps in the road I've had this week, they were really heart-wrenching for me. Maybe they wouldn't be for others, but they were for me. And yet that's what God says. He says, pray and then wait, like let me do the work, and then trust that I'm at work. And even while you're working in that other career, like that was a time to pray, wait, and trust. Like, okay, like I'm wired up to do this other kind of work. It doesn't mean you can always do it right now. And then you probably served in that space well, and that made you ready for here.
Absolutely. It definitely resonates what you're saying. I've waited a long time to find Mother of Mercy House, and from what Diane tells me, she waited a long time to find me as well.
Yeah,
So I
yeah.
think that this was like a match made in heaven.
Oh my gosh, you have no idea.
We work extremely
Yeah.
well together too.
I'm going to tell a cute story. I'm going to tell such a cute story. The other day, I had to do something I didn't want to do. I'd already done it twice, and it was something that was horrible that I had to do. And I sat at my desk, and you were in there, and Rainey and Jonathan, and I said, does anybody want to do something for me that's really horrible? And they all just looked at me, and I said, they were just looking. They didn't say no, and I said, it's really, really horrible. And they all looked at me, and I said, can someone please do it? And Jen said, I'll do it. She didn't even ask me what it was. She said she would do it. And I was like, really? And she said, yes, I'll do it. And then I told her what it was. And she said, I will do that for you, but I want you to look through your notebook because I saw you write that down. And I thought, that's mature and fair. So I said, I will look through my notebook. I had already done that, but I thought, okay. But she said, I'll do it. Who says that? She didn't say like, what horrible thing. And that's what she said. And I thought, oh my gosh, she's so young. And she said, I'll do it. I thought, wow, I love her.
Well, and that's indicative of the unconditional love that's here. I mean, it's just a willingness to do whatever's necessary to bless people. And it doesn't matter what it is.
And I wouldn't send her somewhere horrible or make her do anything.
No, it wasn't
You know,
that bad.
it was horrible for me. And she was like, I'll do it. I thought, oh, wow, that's so cool.
Yeah, yeah. But you know, it's a blessing sometimes too to give a person a gift where you can serve in a way that they just can't at that moment. You know, like there's something to that. I enjoy that. I've been in positions here doing a couple things that were challenging, and I'm happy to do that. You know, like
And we're happy you can do
We
that.
are so
Yes.
happy that you
We're
came
thrilled.
to save us.
that was a tough day. That was a tough day.
Yes, that one Wednesday that you came and helped clean up outside.
You remember the day?
Oh yeah, it was the week that you weren't here, and it was like
You remember it was a
specifically
Wednesday?
Yeah.
And it's so funny, like, because I had promised I'd be able to come up to help out, and then there was a funeral I had to be at for a friend of mine who lost a parent, and I needed to be there. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I can really only go to Mother of Mercy House for like an hour and a half. Like, what the heck am I going to do of any value in an hour and a half? But I said I'd be there, so I'm going to just go. And then, and I was able to serve in that way, and it was a blessing.
Yeah, it really was.
Yeah. For the audience that's curious, we should just tell them some of the addicts lose control of their bowels and things like that, and I had to clean up out front. And it was very easy. I was able to do it with just a shovel and a bag, and it was not as terrible. And I've changed a lot of diapers, so I mean, it's not a diaper change, but it's not that far off. And when you're a dad, you get adjusted to gross pretty quick.
Right. The rest
So,
of us
Yes.
not parents
Yeah,
yet,
you guys
so
aren't
we
parents.
don't get it
Parent,
yet.
I still I don't want to do it.
Yeah.
And they don't really lose control. They have no bathrooms.
True,
Yeah,
they
so,
don't
yeah.
have access.
And we have 2 pillars, the brick pillars.
That
And
provides privacy.
you have a little bit of privacy, and they use that sometimes as a privacy thing to go to the bathroom.
Oh, and it sounds crazy. I had said to you guys, I said it's because they feel safe, you know? I mean, which is absurd, right? I mean, how absurd. But to receive that as a sign that they felt safe in front of Mother of Mercy House.
Well, I'm going to tell them if they're watching this, you're not safe. We're going to find you.
You know, but it shows you how desperate they are out there, too. I mean, who really wakes up and says, oh, I think I've got a great idea. Why don't I go live on the street and be doing that and have nowhere and not have a bathroom? I mean, nobody's saying they want that. I've learned so much about the life of an addict. They have no desire to be here. They are genuinely stuck. And anyone who says, oh, well, just get your life together and pick you up by your bootstraps, like there are no bootstraps. Like it's addiction is something so different. Yeah.
They would all love to be back where they were, but the road back is almost impossible with
It's
the
like
drugs that are
Mount
out there.
Everest.
Yeah, it is.
I mean, it feels unattainable.
Anybody who makes it back, it's a miracle to me.
I think at this
Yes.
point, with the drugs that are out there now, it's hard.
I am convinced there is no such thing as a recreational drug anymore. There just isn't, because
you know what? That's interesting.
any drug could be laced with fentanyl, and you won't know. And once you've done that, you are in a world of trouble. It's not, you don't do fentanyl once and then everything you can just walk away.
No,
That is
absolutely.
an ugly.
I know. I feel so
scary
bad for the
world.
kids. You know, the kids that used to smoke pot, if that was their choice, it was kind of fun. You're at a party. Now you smoke pot. Oh, yeah, you don't know.
You don't know. And anybody who thinks otherwise is just flat out crazy. They're not paying attention. Yeah, it just takes one bad situation, and your life is over. You're one of these guys on the streets, like.
I know we sound old and like we're making it up, but we're down here and we see it. It's such a shame.
No, it's like that one guy said. He said these aren't the hippie drugs of the '60s.
Oh, and I'm sure they were fun and they were, you know, whatever you want to do was fine. But it's not like that anymore.
It makes you feel like there's something sinister behind the scenes that we don't know about, and it's not our job to uncover those answers. It's our job at Mother of Mercy House just to love the broken, and you just love as best you can. with
And
the
not
resources
judge.
you have.
We don't judge
Yeah,
anybody.
yeah, and I love that we get to run in that lane, and Jen, you fit into that so well. Like you literally, you just do the work in love, like you really do. One of the Aggers, some volunteers, commented on something that you had done. It was Mr. Agger. He watched you do something for a homeless person, and he said, "Oh, are you comfortable doing that? Why are you going to do that?" And she's like, and you said, "Well, it's what Jesus would do," and you just carried on and went on your way, and it was like there was no other part of the equation. It was like 1+1 = 2 for you. And he said that really changed him. And he came back the next week and he said, and he said, I forget the story of what he did, but he's like, I did this because I watched Jen do that.
He didn't share that with me, but wow, that's special.
They,
Thank
they
you.
are special.
They are.
They
Those
are.
two,
Oh.
yep.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Tell us about the Aggers. What do you know?
You know
I
what?
couldn't do it.
I, we couldn't do without them. We couldn't have lunches
Yeah, you can't.
without Patrice and Jim. We couldn't. I tell them all the time, when I see them walking in the door, I can totally relax. And when we had it sometimes, when Jim was still working and they couldn't come sometimes, those days were horrible.
Well, even today, right? Like Bill O'Connor at that first table, that's such a challenge when we're handing out food to the residents. We thought we were going to have a problem. Okay, we'll try to solve it like this. And then Bill was here and we didn't have a problem anymore. Yeah. And, we talk about needing food and clothes. You talk about needing money and those kind of financial resources. But you need volunteers, good, godly volunteers.
Absolutely.
And they come every week.
Oh, man.
I mean,
Yeah.
like
They are
Patrice and Jim come every single week now. And they just do their job. They just do their job.
Right,
It's
we
amazing.
trust that they're going to be here. Patrice is serving the food with a smile. Jim is saying, come over here, boss, sit down. That's his famous saying. But they're just so welcoming, and they show what we want to show.
They show warmth and kindness like parents. They just
Yes.
act like parents to everybody.
Yeah, they're like, come in for family dinner.
Yeah, and there's such a need here for volunteers, a deep need on Wednesdays for volunteers for loading shelves. If anybody's out there and wants to come volunteer on a Wednesday, we need help. And it's all inside. You're just putting cans on shelves.
It's sorting. It'll take not that long, and it's just about dividing and conquering so that one person's back isn't aching for the rest of the weeks. But yeah, absolutely. It's just sorting.
And it's all
cans.
labeled.
Yep.
Corn
it's all
goes where
labeled.
corn goes, beans go where beans go.
Absolutely.
And you'll be working with one of us.
Right.
And we're really fun.
Right.
Aren't we?
Yeah, one or two of us.
One or two.
Usually me and Jonathan.
It's not me, I'm sorry. But I would if I had to.
I can't wait to meet you.
Yeah, okay, I don't. I have a really bad back and a lot of paperwork.
Yes.
But it's safe. It's inside, and it's in the middle of the day. You could do it between 10 a.m. and 2 p.m.
And we have parking for you too.
Yeah, and you can play whatever music you like.
Yes.
We have music.
Water, snacks.
Yeah,
juice.
we have great snacks. We're fun.
And that's another thing people don't know about the Mother of Mercy House is that there's parking in a gated parking lot with a 12-foot tall gate, and you can't see through the gate, and the gate locks. It really is a remarkable thing that a lot of other organizations don't.
It's remarkable. And I would not work here for 7 years if I didn't feel safe, ever. I would never.
But that parking lot, it makes a big difference because even when I come down, it's not like I'm looking for a parking spot like in Kensington. I know my car is safe, and some people park some pretty nice cars in that lot, and they're just fine.
I don't feel one bit unsafe down here. It isn't like you get out of the car and there are mass murders and there's not guns. It's not like that. These people are sick. So have you ever felt unsafe walking out there?
No.
No, so it's not like that. I mean, we park in a lot and you're locked in and it's safe, but this isn't the neighborhood to feel unsafe walking around in. At night, maybe, because they do fight
And
at
we're
night.
not here, so
We're not here at night. We don't understand night. We have no idea what it's like. But during the day, I walk out front. We do things out front. We know people.
Yeah, we have a little
Yeah.
street family.
Yeah, we do. But volunteers don't go out there because they don't have to.
Yeah, it's not even a need, especially with loading shelves. And it would be such a difference maker because when you have good volunteers doing stuff like that, then you're free to help with writing a grant or help to work with somebody who needs extra attention. And you might think like, oh, I'm just loading shelves. Those
Oh,
things are
you
game changers here.
game changers.
Absolutely. It takes so much off of our plates.
We have a big project coming up, a Life Skills Academy that we have to work on. We have a DDAP grant, and
It's very exciting.
yes, it is exciting. That's pretty much a big project for Jen. So Jen's got a lot of work to do. So it's scary because we only have Jen and then 2 young guys.
So if you're out there and you're listening, we need your help.
Unfortunately, yes, we are always behind on everything every week, but we're doing our best.
Well, we can't be behind on Christmas because that's coming December 25th no matter what.
We are not behind on Christmas, actually. That is the one thing that we are already currently set up.
Jen, tell us, what is the plan here for Christmas this year? What do we do and what's going on?
Kids, first of all, will be able to hang out upstairs with Santa, do fun games probably, maybe some crafts. Haven't really nailed that out yet. Downstairs, parents will be invited via like a ticket to come shop for gifts for their kids. 4 gifts per child, and each family is very large usually. So they go away with a lot, but they get to carry it out in a black bag so that their kids don't see it when they go upstairs. They get gift wrap, they get tape, they get everything that they will need for their Christmas to be magical for their kids.
That's so beautiful. You know, I think about every Christmas, we always try to like make it a beautiful experience for our kids, you know? And that's all these parents want. And for them to get to have an activity to bring their kids that's joyful in the heart of this community right here, and then to go down and to shop, but they're gifts. But so to go shop for free gifts,
They get to pick out.
Yeah.
We don't say this is what you get. Like they are lined up like a store.
It is lined up like a store, and it's by age. So when they shop, it's not like they have to dig through things. They're by age, which is really great.
yeah, and all those gifts are donated to us.
Yes, and we're still taking donations.
I think it's so important for them to have dignity to get to go do the shopping and not simply be assigned a gift. So why do you think that's important to give parents this dignity and give families that dignity at Christmas?
Because kids get gifts from Santa. But I like the idea of the parents wrapping the gifts and the fact that they don't have to go out and look for wrapping paper and tape and all that stuff. Last year we did have elves wrap the gifts, but that took a little bit too long and it got backed up. So this year we're going to send them home with the wrapping paper.
So the elves are handing out wrapping paper.
Yes, yep. The elves are handing out wrapping paper. Yes, the elves are going to hand out wrapping paper and tape and things like that.
I remember talking to you about Thanksgiving, and you talked about how you hoped that people would just have a nice, quiet time at home as a family, and that turkey would give them the opportunity to do that. And I see you doing the same thing. It's like, let's just give them a nice opportunity to be a family. I think families being strong is one of the biggest cures to every ill in our society. And so, as crazy as it sounds, a simple gift like the ability to give Christmas presents to your kids and have a Christmas morning, I think that's a huge gift.
Yeah, and I hope they do that. I'm going to kind of say that when I'm down there. Please save these for Christmas morning. Like make it magical.
Yeah, I think that's important, but I think that's what we do here. It's a relationship with people in need. It's not just a handout, you know?
Oh, we have pretty good relationships.
We
I
know
think.
them by name. They know us by name. They come in, they hug us, give us kisses on cheeks. She's mommy and I'm mamacita.
And I'm grandma to some of the kids.
Yeah. They were calling you abuela yesterday. Yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
But I think that's indicative of who we are. We're Mother of Mercy House. Mary's our great mother, and we are being a mother like her to these people and helping them to be parents to their children.
It's not mother, though. I'm a grandmother. Abuela is grandmother.
Well, yeah, I know, but Mary's pretty old.
They're all in like the same section, like motherly.
So, as we wrap up, like, what are your big hopes this year?
For the event, I'm hoping that just everyone gets what they need or want, I guess would be a better word for that, because I just want every kid in the community to be as happy as, I remember feeling when I woke up on Christmas, seeing so many boxes under the tree. Even if it's little things, just seeing things under the tree is really what makes children feel like it's magical and like Santa brought everything. So I really just want to make it magical for them. I've already started to do Christmas crafts with them and we're really getting into the swing of the magic of the season.
What a key distinction, too. You know, oftentimes we just focus on giving people what they need, but there is something special to being able to give somebody something they want.
Exactly. That's why I'm almost grateful that, you know, we help a lot of people here, but we are somewhat of a smaller mission and a smaller community that we serve. And I'm grateful for that because we get to have the relationships. We get to really know them and know what they need or what they would like to have. And we can see if we can make it happen.
Yeah, there's something about being a small nonprofit like this. I mean, compared to some things, we're not small, but compared to others, we're tiny. And also, when you donate here or you support us, your small gift goes a long way because you're dealing in a small community. Diane, how about you? What are your hopes for families as they come to this Christmas event?
I hope they have fun. I hope Santa's great for them. I hope they.
Santa will be great.
Yes,
He's really nice.
He's really nice and he's perfect and he's done it before. I hope they believe. I just hope they believe in the magic, not just in the magic. I want them to come in and think this is the most magical day.
Just to learn wonder and awe from the Christmas experience. You know, that God uses that because ultimately we have to stand in wonder and awe of Him and all the beauty in the world around us to really be the human beings He called us to be. And I think Christmas teaches wonder and awe, which actually teaches godliness and holiness in a very simple, down-to-earth way. So yeah, that's my hope.
It's magical. I just want it to be magical. And I
Yeah.
hope the parents get what they need and by the way, no one ever says, oh, I didn't get this and my son wanted this and you didn't have it. We've never gotten that
Wow.
in all these years. And I've been here
Wow.
7 years. No one's ever said that. Oh, you didn't have whatever. Which is pretty amazing if you think they get something that they think their child could use.
As we wrap up, I'm so reminded, I don't know if you're aware of this, but the Christmas creche, the nativity scene, that was invented by St. Francis. So he, who worked with the poorest of the poor and became the poorest of the poor to help them, to live in solidarity with them, he's the one who came up with the idea of having a nativity scene so that people could know what Jesus' birth was really like. Because he was born in a manger, which we think is cute, but it was horrific. I mean, like essentially living outside, right? He was born in the same space that the homeless residents are going to live in on Christmas Day, and he was born into a manger, which was just a food trough for animals, for livestock. And he's born among livestock. It smells in there. I mean, there's probably fecal matter in there, and that's where Jesus is born. And I'm sure Mary was embarrassed and felt like, oh, God, you had this plan for me to have this child, and this is the plan, and now I'm giving birth in a stable, laying him in a manger. She must have been heartbroken.
And horrified.
And
Scared. Just imagine.
And imagine being Joseph, like the disappointment he would have felt, like that he couldn't provide, that things worked out in a way that he wasn't able to give them. And yet, St. Francis said, no, this is Jesus. He came into these broken, terrible places, and he made beauty. And I think that's so much of what we do here at Mother of Mercy House, is you go into a place that in a lot of ways can be broken and terrible, and God just makes beauty. You hear it all the time. People talk about, other guests here have talked about the peace they feel here at Mother of Mercy House. And that's because that's how God works. It's simply God is present where these broken circumstances are when you offer love. And it's like a Christmas miracle right here. It really is. It's like a nativity scene.